the first topic that we are going to tackle about is social psychology. Social psychology is a branch of psychology that focuses on how individuals' thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are being influenced by the presence and actions of others. It explores the topics such as social influence, group dynamics, perceptions of others, attitudes, stereotypes, and intergroups relations or together as a group. Social psychologists study how people interact in various social situations. The key words are interactions and relationships. So, interactions. Interactions is the fundamental concept in psychology, particularly in the context of social psychology and cognitive psychology. It refers to the way individuals engage with one another, with their environment, or with various stimuli. The study of interactions includes examining how people communicate, compete, cooperate, and influence each other's thoughts, feelings, and behavior. Understanding these interactions is crucial for gaining insights into human behavior and relationships. So, relationship is not only the kind of interaction with the members but also the intellectual, psychological, or even specially emotional investment made by the parties to develop and maintain the relationship. So there are intrapersonal and interpersonal relationship. For more information, let me show you this video.
Intrapersonal domains can be described as self-awareness, self-management, self-motivation. Interpersonal domains can be described as empathy, managing relationships. So what's the difference? Intrapersonal domains are about understanding your own emotions. Interpersonal domains are about understanding the emotions of others and how people and their emotions interact.
The next topic that we have is person perception. Person perception is the term in psychology that refers to the process of forming judgment, impressions, and evaluations of other individuals based on their physical appearance, behavior, and other available information. This concept is fundamental to understand how we make sense of the people we encountered in our daily lives. For example, if you see your classmates raising their hands or being active in the class, your perception in that certain classmate is she or he is a good at that certain field or good at academic. So the other example is if you see someone who's having a lots of tattoos, maybe your impression will be he or she must be an addict or a bad person. So that is your impression.
The next topic that we are going to tackle is all about social norms. Norms are patterns or traits characterized as a typical or usual for a group. Other terms associated with norms are average and normal. Norms change over time. Social norms refer to spoken and unspoken rules for behaving in particular situations. Norms in social behavior serve to guide or regulate the manner. Behaviors have to be controlled or regulated because of social consequences. Social norms are learned and reinforced through socialization processes, including family, education, and media. Examples of norms: greeting people when you see them, saying thank you for favors, and offering a help to someone carrying heavy. Social norms are the expected behaviors in a given social situation. It means how the people interact and influence other individuals. This provides individuals with a sense of familiarity and comfort in knowing how to act in a given situation. Now, let's proceed to the next topic, which is all about together as a group. On many occasions, people work in a groups. In social situations where people work and do things together for a purpose, there are two things may happen. First, the performance of each individual group is improved. Second, working with a group may also reduce individual effort. One must bear in mind that in a group, it is important that each member exerts his or her best effort to facilitate the attainment of the objectives of the group as a whole. So one of the most example of a teamwork or working as a group is the ants. So by cooperating, ants can do amazing things like dig huge nests, use their body to form rafts or bridges, sew leaves together, or farm other insects for food. So individuals have their own set of skills and strength. When the whole group work as a unit, everyone has opportunity to learn from each other. This process leads to resource building and enables the team to become better equipped to deal with new challenges.
Social roles emphasize the duties and behaviors attached to a specific position, and social norms dictate broader behavioral guidelines within a community or group. So, what are the social roles example? The social roles example are a pattern of behavior that is expected to a person in a given settings or group. Someone with the status of a parent has to fulfill the role of a gentle caregiver at a certain times and also a stern lesson provider in order moments. Example of social norms. In personal situation, norms include saying please and thank you, looking for other person in the eye when talking to them, and not interrupting them when they speak. Social rules specify the part of position of a person in society. It specifies behavior expected to be exhibited by an individual in practicing his role. So, when a mother is at home, she plays the role of a parent. If she is in the office as the manager, then she plays the role of a boss. It is important to note that social rules play a positive role in society. Rules a student for example will not know to expect from his teacher. The sociogram indicate a social instructor of a group and the relationship of people in the group. It shows who are popular, insulate, islands, and mutual friends.
Personality is the refer to being comfortable with another person and is necessary condition for a close relationship to develop research. Has shown that people like to associate with another who are similar to them in terms of the following attitude, behaviors, patterns, personals, characteristic, taste and passion, intelligence, personality, and the likes. There is cute say, tell me who your friends are and I will tell you who are. It's mean magiging comfortable ka sa mga kaibigan o kilala mong close na sa'yo. Dito natin makikita ang wrong familiarity. Ibig sabihin, alam mo na lahat ng ugali ng isang tao.
What is attraction? Attraction is the sense of closeness, interest, or desires you feel toward of someone. You may have heard the term attraction. Attraction mainly in sexual or romantic contexts, but attraction isn't restricted to these categories and lists of many different types. You can experience attraction in multiple ways. This can include things like admiring or taking an interest in the subject of your attraction and wanting to connect with them. Then we have love. Love is a special attachment one has for himself, herself, or for somebody else. It can intense feeling of deep affection and welfare of another. Three of the most common kinds of love are as follows. First, romantic love. Romantic love, called as passionate love, includes an intermingling of different emotions like fear, angry, sexual desires, joy, and jealousies, among others. Number two, affectionate love. Affectionate love refers to as compassionate love. It is a type of love that occurs when someone has deep and caring affection for a person and desires to have her near constantly. Third, consummate love. Consummate love, the strongest and fullest type of love. This ideal form of love involves passion, intimacy, and commitment. Triangular theory of love. In 1985, Robert Sternberg postulated the love is made of three components: passionate, intimacy, and commitment. Passion has something to do with physical and sexual attraction. Attraction to another. Intimacy is characterized by emotional feelings of warmth, closeness, and sharing to the relationship. Lastly, commitment is the cognitive appraisal of the relationship and the intent to maintain it even in the face of problems. Interpretation and the illustration are as follows. Number one, if passion is the only ingredient present, the feeling in invitation as the fling or an affair. Number two, intimacy and commitment, who passion and show affectionate love. Number three, the combination of passion and commitment, who intimacy result in fatuous love. Number four, consummate love is achieved if all three components are present. Here we go. So, every person is capable of loving. Who love people become lonely and social relationships suffer. People who friendly share and give love are love in return are happily people.
Attitude are views, beliefs, or evaluation of people about something. The attitude object. The attitude object can be a person, place, things, ideology, or an event. Attitude can be positive or negative. Example, I hate men with long hair. In the above example, the person is having a negative attitude toward men who grow long hair. Attitude are often the result of social influence, experience, or upbringing. Attitude have a powerful influence over behavior. While attitude are enduring, they can change, resulting in a change in behavior as well. For example, only if the citizens of a country have a positive attitude toward cleanliness, campaigns such as Swachh Bharat Mission, Clean India Mission will succeed. Here, by various campaigns, advertisements, the environment is trying to change the attitude of citizens and hence to stop their behavior of throwing waste in public, open defecation, or etc. Carl Jung, one of the founders of psychoanalysis, is of the opinion that the contents of the conscious and unconscious part of the mind are usually different. Accordingly, attitude are classified as explicit and implicit. Explicit attitude or conscious. If a person is aware of his attitude and how they influence his behavior, then those attitudes are explicit. Explicit attitudes are formed consciously. Implicit attitude or subconscious. If a person is unaware of his attitude or beliefs and how they influence his behavior, then those attitudes are implicit. Implicit attitude are formed subconsciously. Attitude are important because they can guide our thoughts, behavior, and feelings. If you hold some attitude, it might be useful to you. Attitude help you mediate between a person's internal needs, example, self-expression, and the internal environment. Thus, attitude helps people to achieve their basic goals. Daniel Katz classified attitude into different groups based on their function. Knowledge function. Knowing one's or others' attitude imparts knowledge. Ego defensive function. Attitude can help people protect their self-esteem and avoid depression. Ego expressive function. Used to express one's core values or beliefs. Instrumental function. Helps to choose what is rewarding and also avoid punishments. Social acceptance function. Adapt to the socially approved attitude of a larger group.
Stereotypes. It is a generalizations in which the same traits or characteristics are assumed to be possessed by all members of a group. Some stereotypes are based on an outsider's experience with a number of people in a group, were concluded as encompassing all members of the group and oftentimes proven inaccurate. Negative stereotypes are accompanied by prejudice and discrimination. Prejudice is an unfair, biased, intolerant attitude or opinion towards members of a group. Discrimination is an unfair behavior or treatment towards a member of a group. Discrimination against people based on their skin, color, or race or ethnic heritage is called racism, while discrimination against people because of their gender is referred to as sexism. Example, women are too emotional and men are too impersonal. Women always cry and men should not cry. Math is for boys and not for girls.
Nature and depth relationship. Relationships are among the most important aspect of our lives. They can be positive or conflicting, but the lack of relationship could be the worst of all, as it creates loneliness. It is an intense feeling of a deep or constant affection and emotion in which a person always sees to the good happiness and welfare of the other. Why do you need a constant affection from our partner? Because to have an anxious and secure attachment style, it can also be a sign of you and your partner having different ideas on what level of affection and attention you want in relationship.